Y'all read that title. I hate talking about this cause it starts arguments and end friendships. Shit, I've seen how people act when this topic is being brought up. But it has to be talked about. Cause let's face it, the state of hip hop is trash. If we're going to be real about this, then we need to be honest with ourselves. But not all hip hop is trash. So we have a balance between real hip hop and commercial hip hop. People ask this question all the time. Is hip hop dead? The answer might surprise you. On second thought, no it ain't. I mean, just look at the state of hip hop as we speak. There's a whole lot of hate and segregation going on with this genre, including this nigga's teeth. It seems to be a beef between old versus new rappers. Even when it seems to be good in the outside, it don't look good from the inside. The new rappers of today are disrespecting the ones that came before them, and the old rappers are disrespecting the new rappers for not carrying on tradition. Both have different ways of seeing the genre. Both have their opinion. But the question is, who's right? Look at Nas and 21 Savage situation. 21 Savage felt like Nas is irrelevant in this modern era of hip hop. He feels compared to other artists that's out now, he's not making any numbers like them. Of course the whole culture got mad and tore his ass up for what he said. Because of the backlash, he's now telling people that he's not literally dissing him, that he's spitting facts people misquoted what he's saying. Because of that, you got old heads schooling him, and people are still outraged. He finally apologized, but just imagine him getting away with saying that. The culture and his fans would definitely downplay Nas like a nobody. This is Nas we're talking about. This man is a legend and changed the culture. The old heads agreed to this. But 21 Savage opinion is, he's a legend, but he's not relevant today. Nas don't need to be. He's proven to be the best. But because we live in a different era, your kids would know a 21 Savage instead of a Nas. But I guarantee you, years will go by and people wouldn't remember a 21 Savage because he doesn't have longevity like Nas. I don't know, sounds like somebody who isn't relevant. Just look at DJ Academics. He goes to say that old heads in the game are broke and dusty, and feel they're not living the greatest lifestyles like most famous rappers. Because of what he said, he not only got backlash by the old heads, he got backlash by the culture. He got checked by LL Cool J, KRS-One, and Russell Simmons, the pioneers who paved the way for other hip-hop artists. But hold on, have anybody seen Academics DJ before? What has he contributed to hip-hop, besides running his mouth and gossiping? Again, this new era of hip-hop feel that in order to be relevant, you have to have money, status, and fame. The old heads are saying, no you don't. You just need skills, pay homage, and respect the culture. Just look at how they treat Eminem. Why all of a sudden people feel the need to bully Eminem? We're talking about J. Cole, Machine Gun Kelly, and Tyler the Creator. Shit, even the game is shitting on him. And they always disrespecting him by mentioning his daughter. What the hell did Eminem do to you? I think the reason why these young rappers calling Eminem whack is because jealousy is a drug. Eminem is 50 years old. He's still selling records and still the most popular rapper of all time. He literally broke a barrier for these white rappers to shine. And none of them are better than him. I think because Eminem can still spit and because he's white, he's still able to be relevant and respected by the culture. He's literally your favorite rapper's rapper. The only thing they write about is Eminem only had one great album. But so is 50. And y'all let him pass. Most rappers can't stand that a white rapper is better than you. But it don't seem to matter with these new rappers. Even old heads going to keep disrespecting you. Little Xanax says Tupac is boring. Little Yachty says Biggie and Tupac are overrated and can't name one song by them. Kodak Black says Tupac and Biggie was famous cause they died, and feels he in the same level as Tupac and Biggie. Little Uzi Vert declined a Primo beat over a freestyle. Vince Staples calling 90s era overrated. Tekashi claimed there's no difference between him and Tupac on rape. Rich Homie Quan messed up a Biggie lyric on stage. The truth is, everybody will diss you even when you can't defend yourself. Tupac and Biggie are forever going to be amongst the greats. Dead or alive, it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, everybody wants to be like them. These rappers gotta understand that they're disrespecting their legacy and their family. Most of all, the culture. These kids weren't even born when these two were popping, so it's expected for them to not know. But don't disrespect them, period. I mean, I'm hearing left and right of these youngins. Luke Fiasco is trash. Snoop Dogg ain't like he used to be. Ludacris is overrated. Lil Wayne is the greatest rapper of all time. Gucci Mane is a legend. Kendrick is the new Pac. Everybody has an opinion on someone, but the disrespect seems to be in the norm. The old heads had their moments. Pete Rock called Young Dolph trash. Even though that's his opinion about it, he said it on Twitter like a youngin would say it. So of course Young Dolph said, "I never met you in my life, so who cares?" In a way, it made Pete Rock look like he's a hater. Just wasn't a wise move. The game dissing Eminem was just classless. Dissing him to generate album sales and his daughter? It's kind of fucked up from an OG. Soulja Boy and Ice-T situation will forever be a classic. Even if what Ice-T said about Soulja Boy was true, it still made him look bad. Plus Soulja won for calling him a fossil. I mean, enough said. We can talk about Whack 100, but he talked just about anybody, so it seems like a hater to some. That includes Funk Master Flex as well. Just think about KRS-One dissing Nelly. We knew KRS-One is a better MC than Nelly, but you got mad at him because he said you're not on his list when growing up. With that type of ego, you came at him and told people not to buy his album. Well, that shit backfired and made Nelly a superstar. Nas said hip-hop is dead, and because he said that, the culture is still talking about it. Why? Perhaps there's some truth to it. Some people believe hip-hop overall is dead. I don't think Nas is saying that. He's saying the tradition of it has died. I mean, look at how things are going. Can we determine who's lyrical nowadays? Can we see anybody who has skills on the mic? Is there a rapper or MC with a good catalog that's worth mentioning? Are there any group rappers that's still relevant or worth talking about? What is a legend? Because people use that shit religiously. Who's the best punchline rapper? Who's a good storyteller? Which artist made an impact to the culture like the top 5? You think your average listener is listening to real rap? Or can name a rapper who's worth mentioning? The one who can actually spit. What is the game actually about? Is this what hip-hop is all about? How can we take this serious? Why force into liking artists who's average? Are these rappers talking about the struggle? What are the positive things they're doing for their community since they always rep it? You gotta ask these things, because right now, this game looks like a joke. But let's stop calling this a game. This genre is worldwide and it brought unity. Music is universal. Hip-hop is all about motivating and having fun. It's about the message and spreading the love. It's all about competition, who's the best on their skills without killing each other. But things are kind of shady. Corporations took over the craft and poisoned the culture. It has its pros and cons, but it's obvious that this same repetitive shit you're seeing is done on purpose. No matter how violent a rapper may sound, you support it. No matter how many times a female rapper talks about her pussy, you support it. No matter how many times a rapper talks about money and status, you support it. No matter how bad a rapper may sound, as long as the beat is right and the vibe you can dance to, you support it. Not realizing how it affects your whole lifestyle. Back then, rappers talk about the street life because they were actually about that life. But there were always a message behind it. Rappers that's out now pretend to be about that life, but made it a habit of making murder music. It made it okay for people to kill recklessly. Why you think it's dangerous of being a rapper? Hip-hop shouldn't be about deaths and killings. Why you think it's a long list of rappers dead and gone? Friends and relatives may say he's a good person, but he's the same rapper who's making music about killing people. But guess what? Y'all support him. And the corporations make a profit off of it. The corporation profits off of your pain and your stupidity. And you support it. They made you like a mainstream artist and made you dislike a talented artist. The corporation made y'all like a rapper who wears a skirt, act gay, and worship the devil. And y'all will support it. There used to be love songs in the radio. Now it's fucking your girl leaving you tonight. The shit is designed to bring the culture down. You hate the fact that other races are acting like you or saying nigga religiously. But somehow they seem to know more about hip hop than the average person. The music is dumbing us down. Being fake is now being real. We accepted snitches, yet hate niggas snitching. Y'all accepted ghostwriters and hate that y'all favorite rappers have ghostwriters. Female rappers of today lost their skills. Y'all shut down a real MC and accepted a female with no bars and talks about her pussy every day, which the corporation will keep promoting because sex sells. Where is your leaders? Most of these rappers sold their soul and pretend to give a fuck about you. It's kinda ironic for seeing the same rapper either winning the award or being seen often. Most are just attention whores and care about your money. But guess what? You support it. Hip hop is losing its edge and material. It became lazy and boring. If new hip hop was popping, the wise people are still going back in time to listen to the classics. Hip hop did make its contributions, business-wise and opportunities, but it also damaged the culture. Hip-hop is that dysfunctional family member you know who always have issues, but you still care for them. Hip-hop is now 50 years old. It all started in South Bronx, to become a universal genre that dominated the world, to now be accepted to be fake and ignorant at the same time. Now to answer your question earlier, who's to blame? The answer is you. Your average listener is the one to blame of the reason why hip-hop is the way it is. This is why there's a separation between real hip-hop and mainstream hip-hop. Your underground rapper is still carrying on tradition. It don't matter how much money the person is making. He's carrying the tradition and focusing on the art and culture only. I blame the radio stations for not playing underground rap and forcing people to like one genre. Have a balance. I blame the veterans for not claiming their culture and telling the new rappers you're not welcome unless you did your homework. I blame the new rappers for selling their souls and not having any morals and disrespecting the veterans. I blame you because you ignore something that made the genre as it is and focusing on something that contribute bullshit. The listener can listen to anything it wants, but don't call something hip-hop when it doesn't feed the soul. And remember, don't fear me, hear me. R-X and Rebel Mouth out.